Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing my RWBY Volume 5, Season 5, Episode 12, aka Chapter 12 review. Wow! This episode was a freaking game changer. And I mean a game changer. There are so many things that happened in this episode that changes my perspective on how the season's going to go. And yeah, I'm just totally dumbfounded right now. Um, but I'm pretty sure you all are too on this episode. So let's get into it. Wow. This episode starts off. You have Ruby. She's still down and out. Because in the last episode she used some of her silver eyes. So she was still kind of, out of it. Weiss was, knocked out, from the whole, possibly being killed type thing. So they're fighting. The Lionheart, he just gets taken out easily by Oscar. Um, the big dude, who we later found out was Hazel's kid. He's all pissed off, because he finds out that's Osmond's reincarnation. So he starts fighting him, and Osmond eventually tells him, what happened to his daughter, on how she, basically wasn't able, I guess, died, but never really implied that. So she's kind of pissed, or he's kind of pissed at him. Um, Yang's fighting Emerald and Mercury while this is going on. Weiss is being healed up by John, I think. Uh, John had his hand on Weiss, and Weiss just. I don't know if Weiss is healing herself up or John's doing that. Must note, though, that John in the actual video game, he has a healing ability. For anyone who plays the RWBY uh, video game for Steam and now for PlayStation 4, um, he does have a healing. He is not blue. I guess they sort of changed that, but whatever. Um, so maybe that's what this is, that he's finally discovered his healing powers. So there's the possibility there that John's healing powers are there because are finally being used in the actual anime here, because like I said, in the video game he does have a healing power for his aura, and so it might be them using it now in the anime. But like I said, the aura, all this is going on. You got Raven, Cinder, and Vernal. We'll get to that in a second, why I'm not referring to her as the Spring Maiden anymore, like I did in the last episode. Um, so they're going down there. Um, like Nora and Ren are just basically just standing there the whole time. Ruby eventually gets up to kind of help out John and stuff like that, but John, she keeps looking at him as like Raven or Ruby's like, whatever you're doing, John, just keep doing it. And so that's what he keeps doing. He keeps doing it, and then he goes to help out. She goes to help out Yang, her sister. Um, and Yang says, "Thanks, sis." And she's just like, "I'm angry." Ruby's just like, she's angry, and she's just like all ready to go. take out Emerald and Mercury here. So yeah, it was good fighting. Like I said, good fighting action. Um, like throughout the whole, like, the Oscar, Osmond's trying to, tell him like, come on, I gotta take over. Let me take over. Let me take over. And he's like, no, no, no. And then eventually he just does it anyways. And so then, he continues fighting with them. Eventually, it looks like the dude's gonna get the upper hand, but Crow steps in to intervene. And so now we're getting to the other part of the, you know, Vernal, and Cinder scheme up your sleeve, and so what her mated, uh, but then she like holds Vernal down, and basically, says the Spring Maiden power is not worthy for you, as she's like holds him down with this black power or whatever. Um, and it's only worthy for me, so while Raven and whatnot, and Raven breaks out of this ice thing. Yes, Raven is officially the Spring Maiden. Now, people theorized this for a while now, and I totally shoved it down because I thought there was no way this was possible. No way. No. Well, that's the thing. Cinder just assumed that Vernal was the maiden, just like all of us did. We all just assumed that. And Cinder went with what she saw, that she was the maiden. Um, and I was surprised by it. I really was. I was really surprised that Raven is the maiden. That's basically how the episode ends, with her as the Spring Maiden, which, like I said, opens up a lot of possibilities. Um, I was joking a couple of weeks ago in my RWBY review that Winter could possibly be the Winter Maiden, but it's actually looking more brighter now that she could be the the Winter Maiden. She's called Winter. You know, it would make sense too because she would have been Weiss's sister. So it would make sense that she would be the maiden, especially since they're hiding everybody in plain sight. That she would be the Winter Maiden. It makes it more. It makes it more possible that she is the Winter Maiden now, because of that. We got Cinder as the Fall Maiden. We got Raven now as the Spring Maiden. Winter could be the Winter Maiden, and though this is probably illogical, but after this whole thing happened, there could be a possibility that the Summer Maiden could actually be Summer Rose. I know that sounds crazy because it's been said that Summer Rose is dead. Summer Rose is being Ruby's mom. But Ruby, even though Ruby went to visit the tombstone, remember way back in the earlier seasons, remember this, her body was never found. They never found her body. They just gave her a tombstone. They never found Summer Rose's body. Which could mean that she could be the Summer Maiden that we don't know about. That she could be just like, hiding from everyone so no one knows where she is. It is highly possible that she is still alive. It is highly possible now, especially with this. This opens up a lot of can of worms that a lot of people are gonna theorize. I know there's gonna be a lot of people that theorize on this now because no one knows what's going on now. We still haven't seen Neo, by the way. Neo still hasn't appeared yet. I'm still kind of salty about that. I've been waiting for Neo to appear like all season. And they're gonna make us literally wait until like probably the last or second last episode for Neo to make a goddamn appearance here, because she was confirmed to be in season 5, and we've yet to see Neo in a damn episode yet. But um, I don't know. I don't know how she is the Spring Maiden. Like, everything that was said up to this point indicated that she wasn't the Maiden, because she was training the Maiden, because the Maiden left because she didn't have that many powers left, or she didn't know how to control it, so she left, and that's why she was training with Raven. She was training with Raven. So, I mean, unless Vernal gave the power to Raven, which I don't even know if you can do that. Can you do that? Is that possible to do that, where you can just like hand over the powers to someone else? I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. But well, someone said that the dude that Osmond was fighting, who had the training and then gave the power to Raven. That's one of the things that I don't know, because that story doesn't still make sense. Because I mean, well, my whole thing was Crone, she had never used the power. I mean, it was clear as day she never used the power. So Crone never knew that Raven was in fact the Spring Maiden, because otherwise he would have gone for Raven right away. He would have, went for Raven right away. But and his plan would have been completely different. Obviously, that wouldn't have been his plan. He would have had to have come up with a different plan, because he was thinking that it was someone else. He was thinking it was an actual subordinate of Raven, not like the other way around. So that completely would have changed everything on how they would have had to have done, like, in terms of trying to get Raven. This changes a lot of shit going forward in this series. A lot of people. But damn! I mean, damn! That RWBY Maiden theory is actually more possible now. I mean, but then Blake would have to kill Cinder, which I don't think that's going to happen, because Cinder's more obsessed with with RWBY. She's more obsessed with trying to kill RWBY or whatever. So I don't know if that would happen. If that were the case. If that were the case, where they were like, because Yang's mom is the Spring Maiden, Weiss's older sister Winter would be the Winter Maiden, and the only way that would be possible. But I would like to know what you guys think about all this transparent things that have now officially happened. What do you guys think of Vernal not being the Spring Maiden? What do you guys think Raven being the Spring Maiden does now, moving forward? So we don't know what's going on there. Hopefully we'll get to see a little more of Blake and Son in the last couple episodes. But yeah, it's a very shocking episode, to say the least. Very shocking, very surprised, and very interesting. Hopefully soon we'll get to see Neo as well. But that's about it. Comment, rate if you like my video or my